what's the scoops with road rage?
I know, right, brother? I mean, just this month alone, there were two very real scary incidences. There was one on the island of Maui that escalated into a stabbing.
Yeah. And then the other one involving the serial road rager who's been accused of attacking a mom and her teenage daughter in Kaka'ako. Now, I'm not going to pretend that I'm like holier than thou and I haven't been upset when, someone is driving slow up the pali or the like in the left lane.
I know. For real, I think everybody has felt the exasperation of being behind the wheel and, people not being kind, friendly, considerate, or when you let someone cut in and then they don't say mahalo. I think that's just crazy.
Yeah, well, the whole incident, the couple of incidents happened over the past few weeks. That's absolutely crazy. And we're going through some stats on who rages more, and you probably won't be surprised that millennials, those born between 1981 and 1996, top the list, and that is followed by Gen X, so people who were born from the mid-60s to the early 80s, and then Gen Z, late 90s to the 2012, and then baby boomers after that. And then the silent generation is like really ele makule, luahine, they just kind of like chilling. So yeah, that's the order that it ranks in.
In regards to who rages the most,
Yeah.
right? Now the kupuna have learned to chill out.
Yeah.
But we're not here to put people on blast. Instead, we're trying to give you information to help curb the urge to have road rage.
Yeah, absolutely. The more information you have, perhaps you can adjust your behavior or even your driving routine. That's probably one of the tips that they gave is just, if you've encountered a road rage incident before going on this certain route, maybe change the route because you might see that same person, driving in that same area. So, and according to the same report, the day of the week when road rage happens, most, believe it or not,
Fridays, right? Because that's when everybody's out and about, going into the weekend.
Nope. One more guess?
Saturdays, because that's when everybody's out and about on the weekend. I'm just
Sister,
these weekends.
you not believe this, but it's on Sunday.
The Lord's Day.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Sabbath, that's when people rage out the most, followed by Monday, and then the hour with the highest rate of fatal aggressive driving accidents is 10 p.m.
Okay, so what
Sundays
do you do?
and then 10 p.m. That's trippy.
So what do you do if you have a tendency to be an angry driver? Stay home. Not just kidding. No, let's be real. Here's some real tips. First of all, take a step back.
Yeah.
Just try not to take things personally. You don't know what that person that has cut you off or, you don't know what that other driver has encountered.
Yeah.
You don't know what's happening in their life, right?
Yeah.
So first of all, just take a step back.
I kind of have some empathy towards that because, one of my family members had surgery. And while I was driving very slowly on the right lane, and I drove slowly because, just bringing them home from the hospital.
Yes.
You don't want to hit all the bumps and stuff. And then I see like the people trying to cut around me and just getting all upset that I'm driving slow again on the right lane. So now I understand, like, when somebody's driving slow, I'm like, I just exactly what you said. Take that step back and think, what are they going through? What have they gone through? Where did they come from? Yeah, so just take that breath in and just kind of like inhale, outhale, inhale, exhale.
You taught me that one. It makes me laugh every time I say it, right? And I actually tell that to myself when I'm behind the wheel. I'm like, inhale, outhale, and then I giggle.
You start laughing.
Yeah, and it just kind of changes my perspective of what I'm going through. So part of that is talking yourself down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You ramp yourself up like, what? And then you think, And sometimes, and then this is a trick that I use, and I've shared it before. It's kind of embarrassing, but I usually think to myself, you know what, that person gotta use bathroom. That person probably is having a bad day, gotta go number 2. You know what I mean? I think that to myself because it makes me laugh, but at the same time, it puts me in a perspective of thinking of the other person.
Yeah.
What is that other person going through? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it is very easy to say all of this stuff when we're in the comfort of, our set over here in our hale, and we're not, encountering those things. But, one of the things that you could possibly do is pule, just pray, just take that moment and maybe even pray for the other person. And these are, of course, all great tips to help us de-escalate our rage.
Yeah, especially as summertime comes around.
Yeah.
Please, please, please. I do like the prayer one, brother. That one is very good.
I need plenty.
Me too. We're lining up for that one. Now, coming up in 30 minutes, we're going to share another proven tip that can help you to keep safe on the road.
And it is so simple that when you hear it, you're going to say to yourself, that's it? Yeah, that's it. Now, we hope that it'll help you when you hit the road sometime today or throughout the weekend.
Oh, brother, how about we hit the road? You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go have some sushi.
Ooh.
And not just any kind sushi, eromai sushi.